What's up lads, CFC Vlog here and welcome to another episode of the Weekend Roundup. If you haven't seen this series before, it's where I go over all the weekend's results, tell you what my predictions are and how close my predictions were to coming true. I predict all the Premier League results and Charlton's Athletics result in the weekend preview. If you want to go and look back at that, I'll leave a link in the description below. Also subscribe to my Twitter, go and follow that, constant updates on my channel and on videos upload, so go and follow me down there. Now on with the video. We're starting off with the most anticipated match of the weekend, which was Tottenham Hotspur versus Chelsea. I did a 2-2 draw. It actually ended up being a 1-1 draw, so I got the draw part right. You know, it's close enough. Sigurdsson starting with a good, well worked goal, and John Terry getting the equaliser for Chelsea. Didn't really watch much of this match, so I can't really say who dominated, who deserved it. I've literally just watched the goals, and I watched the controversy concerning Fernando Torres and Jan Vertonghen. Had a bit of a scrap, which resulted in Fernando Torres scratching the face of Jan Vertonghen, which actually was announced today that there will be no action taken against Torres by the FA for scratching the face of Jan Vertonghen. So that's all there is to that. Next game was the surprise result of the week, or one of the surprise results of the weekend, and it was the Manchester City's 3-2 loss to Aston Villa. I think it's a 2-0 win for Man City, obviously coming off the momentum of beating Man United last week. How do you think? And also they went up a goal twice. First for the 1-0 and then for the 2-1. They went up twice, but Aston Villa pegged it back twice and it actually ended up getting a winner. So Aston Villa with very, very good result there, and proving they can play without Christian Benteke. I believe it was can't remember, El Hamadi, Makuna and Anders Fireman who scored for Aston Villa, and Yaya Toure and Edin Dzeko who scored for Manchester City, I believe. Next game was Fulham versus Cardiff. I predicted a 1-0 win for Fulham. It actually finished 2-1 to Cardiff. I remember from that match really, Corker scoring in his debut, but you know, although I predicted a win for Fulham, I didn't find it that surprising that Cardiff pulled off the win, so it's not that much of a surprise really. Next game was Hull versus West Ham. I predicted a ball draw 0-0. It actually was a 1-0 win for Hull. The Robbie Brady penalty was one thing that separated, but there was a lot of controversy surrounding the penalty. In my opinion, it wasn't a penalty. He clearly dived. There was contact, but for me, not enough to go down in the manner that he did. So I feel that was really harsh on West Ham, that penalty. And also, they could have had a penalty. They could have had a penalty of their own, which again I feel could have legitimately been a penalty. So West Ham will be very harsh. Will feel really harshly done by. But yeah, that's football. Next game was Man United versus West Brom. Another surprise result. Despite their poor start season, I thought they'd still beat West Brom. I did 2-1 win for Man United. It actually ended up being 2-1 win for West Brom, and that's really poor for Man United. They need to start getting wins like that, because that's West Brom. No offense, West Brom, but at home at Old Trafford, Man United need to be winning in these kind of games, and they're not, and they're 12th in the league because of it. And you know, it's just not good enough. It's really not good enough. I actually saw a kind of meme which said David Moyes at Everton, saying David Moyes spent 11 years at Everton trying to get above Man United. This year it looks like he's finally done it. You know, I just thought that was quite a funny meme. Anyway, moving swiftly on. The next game, Southampton versus Crystal Palace. I predicted a 2-1 win for Southampton. It's been 2-0 to Southampton. So, again, Palace, they've just been doing what they've been doing like every single week. They've been putting up a good fight, just not been showing that extra quality they need to get points from games. And that's, for me, is what it's been like for the whole time, like for the whole season so far. They've been competing, they've been fighting hard. They just haven't got that extra firepower, that extra kind of quality they need to earn them the points, which is probably what's going to cost them at the end of the day. They haven't made Premier League signings, as I said, time and time again. They probably made it so their squad is good enough so they go down and come straight back up again. But it's not a Premier League quality squad still for me. Obviously, if you disagree, leave your opinion in the comments below. Next game was Arsenal versus Swansea. I predicted a 3-2 win for Arsenal. It was actually a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Again, I didn't really watch that match. I can't really say much about it. Except Arsenal still look very impressive, and Swansea, for holding Arsenal to only a 2-1 draw, look impressive. And Ramsey scored again. I don't know what's going on with this kid, but he just can't stop scoring. And I'm happy that after that horrific injury that he suffered, he could bounce back and he can keep scoring like he has been. So I'm happy for him. I really am. Next game is Stoke versus Norwich, and the first of my exact result predictions, I believe, if I look through quickly, that's the first of my exact result predictions. I predicted Norwich 1, Stoke 0, and it was Norwich 1, Stoke 0. Again, not much else to say about that match. I didn't watch it, so I can't really say much about it. If Stoke fans, if you feel like you were disadvantaged anyway, tell me in the comments, because I don't know. Norwich fans, if you felt that you should have won by 5 or 6, then tell me in the comments, please. Just interact with me. I don't know. I didn't watch Stoke a few of these matches, unfortunately, because match day put them last on the air. But yeah, so I guess so. Just leave your comments below for anything. And the second of my exact result predictions was Sunderland 1, Liverpool 3. Liverpool recovering, getting a good result again against, to be honest, just a really, really poor Sunderland team. And what I don't understand is why they would wait until after Liverpool came to announce their manager. Is it A, they haven't got a manager, or B, they're dumb pricks? Either way, they need to sort it out. I'm not sure if a new manager's been announced yet. I haven't heard anything of it if it has, but this job right now is like the QPR job was last year. You know, only certain people take it. Harry Redknapp being one of those people that would just take it. Obviously, he's not available anymore. So how many managers will take it? I can guarantee you, not many managers will take the Sunderland job, because it is a really hard job to take now, given the position they're in. Credited a lot easier than the QPR job, as QPR, because Mike Hughes only got sacked like halfway through the season, whereas this is quite early on in the season. But still, a really hard job. Next game is Everton versus Newcastle, the Monday Night Football game. I predicted 1-1 draw. It's 3-2 to Everton. Lukaku tore it up. He really did. He proved why Chelsea should have loaned him out. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Chelsea striker hasn't scored in the league yet this season. Just off the top of my head. It's not an actual stat. I don't know if it is an actual stat, but off the top of my head, a Chelsea striker has not scored in the league this season. You know, and they've been relying on goals from elsewhere. But yeah, so Everton 3, Newcastle 2. Next game was the Charlton game, and honestly, we lost 3-0 to Burnley. To be honest, we can't be too downhearted by that result, because it's a very good Burnley team. I believe they're second in the league because of that result. So it's not a result you have to be too downhearted about. I don't know about the performance. I can't say because I wasn't there. I don't like commenting on performance that I haven't seen. Obviously, I haven't done it on any of the other matches. So I'm not going to start doing it on Charlton matches. But one thing I can comment on is, all of a sudden, like I said it in the last video, I don't understand why we would play 5 at the back at home. I'm perfectly happy with us playing 5 at the back away, and then he suddenly changes it and makes it so we're playing 4 at the back away, and you know, it's just really confusing. I mean, I like Chris Powell as much as anyone, and as I said in the last CAFC video, I believe in the Millwall game, I said something about he's not the best manager. He's not the best manager at the end of the day. Um, you know, and I've said it from the beginning. It's not like I'm suddenly turning on him. It's not like that. I've said that from the beginning. He's not the best manager. He's a good manager. He's an alright manager, and he's a really nice bloke. But he's not the super manager. He's not the super manager that he's sometimes made out to be. Um, I really obviously credit to him as well because he's not getting any backing from the board or anything. So I might be being a bit harsh, but I've never really rated him that high as a manager. Um, you know, so I mean, I hope we could stay up. We should, if we sort our problems out with the squad we have, we should be able to stay up. I think we've got a good enough squad to stay up, to be perfectly honest. But whether we will or not is a different story. Obviously, hopefully, Kermgan and Solly will return soon. Solly very unlikely. Kermgan probably slightly likely. But as I said, we can't be too downhearted by this result. We need to get a win soon. Hopefully tonight against Nottingham Forest we'll get a win. But we do need a win soon just to get us out of this dip in form, because you don't want to be on a losing streak for too long. Otherwise it could get really dodgy for you. So that's the end of the video, guys. Please just like, subscribe, comment, just comment on your thoughts. And I guess that's it. So I'll see you guys later. Cheers, bye.